What's up, guys? How you doing? I got one viewer, and possibly that's me, because I got two screens. But if you're new to this channel, this is my backup channel. I am going to start using this channel more often, because my original channel just got a copyright strike because Jelly is trying to take down my channel, because her and I have a difference of opinion on how you treat people. And it's okay for her to talk shit and say vile stuff, but the second you come back at her with vile shit, oh no, that's not allowed. Yeah, well, that's not how the world works. But because she's a Karen and she got that white privilege, let's call it what it is. She thinks she's entitled to special treatment. So I will be doing my lives from this channel from now on. And yeah, I will not have my main channel taken down. I've had that channel since 2006. And once I go through all, I've had to private a bunch of lives because she is striking people that have her picture on it. She's striking them through her husband's email account and claiming the pictures to be private family photos. So that's what she's doing. And if you don't believe me, let me just show you this. This is the email that I got. Hold on a second, let me share the screen. This is the email that I got from YouTube. And it says here, we received a copyright removal request for your video. Based on applicable copyright law, we removed your video from YouTube. Video title, and this is why I don't want Jelly doing a diss song on me. Now, she couldn't do the copyright on the diss song because she knows she gave me permission to use the song, because I have email stating from her that I could use the song. And so what she did, if you read on down, content used, Rolston family photos. Content found in custom thumbnail. So, and the contact, and the removal request was issued by Kyle Rolston. That's Jelly's husband. So that's where it's coming from. So now my main channel has one copyright strike. I've dealt with copyright strikes before, for because I do reaction videos and response videos and stuff like that, and I dealt with Universal Pictures, with Disney. I've dealt with the big movie studios and with the big production studios, because they claimed, because I do reaction videos, that I was playing too much of a certain show. I used to do reaction to Game of Thrones all the time. If you look back in my history, you'll see that on my main channel. You'll see that I did reaction videos, and especially to Game of Thrones, to The Last of Us, shit like that. I like doing those type of videos. But there's a certain way that you have to do it so you don't get in trouble. So she thinks that people just don't want to deal with this stuff. Now, I did appeal it, and the mistake I did when I did the appeal is I said that I appealed against her, and I put down the appeal towards her, and it wasn't towards her. I needed to put the appeal towards him, saying that it was his wife's avatar. She was on the stream, so on and so forth. So I put it in wrong. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wait this one out. I'm gonna wait till the 90 days, 3 months for the for the copyright strike to disappear. Anyway, that's what's going on. This is the first live I do on this channel. So I really don't expect a lot. But I will be doing more lives and putting more content up here. I didn't want it to start off as drama because if you look at this channel, I've had it since 2020, I believe. Yeah, I've had this channel since 2020, and it's just been sitting there. I wanted to use this channel for something else, but here we are. I'm not going to let this fucking loser take my channel away. It's just that simple. I'm not going to let it happen. Not if I can stop it. Anyway, so yeah, this is what I was trying to show you for sure, that the copyright strike was for family photos. Nothing else. She couldn't get me on the song playing because she knows she gave me permission for the song. The song was called Electro Kumbaya, and I can play the song now. This is the song. Hold on a second. This is the song. Now, I thought the song was funny, but she is not a pleasant person.
Electro always telling us to let it go. Just know it ain't as easy for us, bro. Because we wanna snap off on these motherfuckers. We go demon time. We never forget. Quick to hit the rewind. They'll say some fuck shit in your
Anyway, Jelly, go ahead. See if you can strike that down. See if I don't got the email. If I don't pop up the email with you giving me permission to use that song. Because you're probably watching me. You're probably the viewer that's watching me right now. You know, and then you like to make false claims that I blocked you. You're lying. Of course you're lying. You're not blocked. I didn't block you. I didn't do none of that shit. The only thing is I took your fucking mods away from my channel, and that's that. I can see all your texts, and so far I know of 4 different accounts you got. Well, let me see. Yeah, 4 different accounts you got that I've seen, I believe. So, Jelly, you're a sad human being. You really are. You claim to be fair. You claim that you, first of all, stop saying that you're Native American. You know, just because you might be 1/8 or 1/16 or 1/32 of a fucking Native American blood in you, that doesn't make you Native American. You know, I can say that I'm 50% Puerto Rican and 50% Dominican. And both those islands have native blood in it, have native, yeah, just basically indigenous blood in it. You're straight up European colonizing blood. End of subject. There's no way for you to prove otherwise, other than you got one ancestor that was partial. And now you're raising a person of color in your house, and you talk to people the way you do whenever you get butthurt. That's sad. It's truly sad. And it's quite disturbing. And I feel sorry. I feel sorry. I literally feel sorry for your husband, and I feel sorry for your kids. And if you had anything to do with what's been going on around my house lately. Oh my God. Because I had strangers come onto my property today claiming that they pinged their phone on my property. You don't come onto my property. My gate just happened to be open and they came in. If you had anything to do with that, Jelly, oh my God, you better pray I can't prove it, because I will bring down the legal system on you. I will bring down the full weight of the legal system on you, because that's some bullshit. And if what I heard is true, that you shared my mom's address with Jedi because you a petty bitch that way, again, I'm gonna do whatever is legally, whatever I can do legally to take care of that shit. You're not gonna get away with it. No. Okay, so if you're watching and you're not Jelly, type in the chat, because I've had one person so far. I'm gonna leave this channel up and running, and I'm gonna leave that page up there. Actually, no, there's something else I want to share. I want to talk about something. Give me a second. I'm going to mute my mic.
Wasn't flirting with no fucking half nigga fucking. You know that nigga's a cop. Electro G is a cop.
He had on the hat, and you was like, "Ooh, I love a man in a hat."
Electro G is a cop.
I don't give a fuck. You wanted him.
No. I was trying to befriend him because I wanted to find out if he was law enforcement, and now I know. He's using her fucking chat to get Jaguar right intel because he's a motherfucking federal informant and an agent. Why don't y'all understand that there's real law enforcement on this fucking app?
Underneath the neon lights, he walks a lonely beat. Detective shades and tailored suits, hiding in the heat. But when the night is falling and the city starts to hum, he's the shadow on the corner, the enforcer on the run. Every day he's living on the edge, a secret world that no one knows. When the sirens fade away, he's just a man who's got to play the role. He's Electro Jet, sorry, Electro G. He's got the moves, he's got the style, he's got the mystery. From the dark alleys to the midnight street. lies. He's the one who walks the wire, the truth behind the lies. Every day he's dancing on the line, a double life, a hidden code. But when the stars begin to fade, he's just a man who's got to take control. He's Electro Jet, sorry, Electro G. He's got the moves, he's got the style, he's got the mystery. From the dark alleys to the midnight streets, he's the lawman you never see. In the heart of the city, where the secrets unfold, he's a player in the game, a story left untold. But when the truth comes knocking and the past comes to call, he's the one who stands tall. He's the hero after all. He's Electro Jet, sorry, Electro G. A smooth jazz cop, a secret federal agent, can't you see? He's got the moves, he's got the style, he's got the mystery. From the dark alleys to the midnight streets, he's the lawman you'll never see. Underneath the neon lights, he fades into the dawn. A man of honor, a man of steel, but the mask is finally gone. He's the Electro G, the secret's out for all the world to see. A smooth jazz hero living in secrecy.
So anyway, that song was written by my friend. I love that song. Jaguar Wright accused me of being a federal agent, and she was on IO's channel. IO was telling her that, you know, Jaguar was acting like she liked me. Jaguar was saying she just wanted to befriend me to see who I was, and apparently there's proof that I'm a cop. Okay. That's some funny shit. If you are here and you're in my chat, or and you're on here, you're watching this, please say something in the chat. You're more than welcome to come up and join. Huh? Oh, yeah, my wife is being a smart ass. She said something. But I am going to play a video and I'm going to do commentary on it. And if somebody wants to come up here and join me, you're more than welcome to. I'll share the link. I think I already did share the link up there, but I'll share the link some more if you want to talk. Because today we're going to talk about Jelly Rolston, and that's it. Am I thicker than the Snicker? My wife just handed me a little teeny tiny Snicker. I don't know how to take that. Really? But anyway, here is the link one more time. Copy, paste. If you want to come up here and join me, please share the link. Please, if you can, share the link. Let people know about this channel. And anyone's allowed up here. Here's what I asked though. You got to be respectful. You got to let other people talk. There will be no racism. There will be no hate except on Jelly, because Jelly deserves all the hate that she's got coming to her. And that it's really simple rules. Do not mess with the mods. If the mods come in and I give you a mod, the only thing I ask of you is if somebody says anything about me, I don't care. I don't care what anyone says about me. I don't want you guys being picked on. So if they pick on you and you're a mod, you have my permission to go ahead and silence them for however long you feel they need to be silenced. If another mod decides to unsilence them, I'll take your mods away. It's that simple. I'm not going to have my the people that come in here to enjoy themselves be picked on. But I'm not going to have any trolls controlling my channel either. It's really simple rules. Anyway, I'm going to be here for a while. I'm going to stay live if anyone wants to come. Again, this is the first live I do on this channel. Let me make sure that, okay, the video is still going, so yeah, nothing going on there bad. Let me talk about this. Let me play this video real quick. Let me find. No, gotta go here. Here. So let me find this video. It's 24, 24, 25. Let me see if this is the one. Give me a second. Hey, Ellis, how you doing, sweetheart? Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I just seen what you said. I'm trying to find because Phantom
like all those zeros is 8% Sahara Africa. Okay. Now at TY's channel, we were laughing and joking about it, and they were asking like nationalities of everything. And I said no, and I told that story, and I was like, but my crazy Aunt Cindy did do some hairbrush DNA, right? And I pulled out that there was that 0.0.0000, right? So then they laughed, and when I dropped back down from the chat,
oh my God, yeah, that's one video I'm gonna use. Let me see this next video. Give me a sec. I'm sorry, Ellis. I'm sorry. I just want to go through this. I want to make sure that I got this shit right and all set up right. I want to, what's that date on there? 26/29. Okay, so that's definitely from yesterday. All right. Let's try this one. Open with.
You know what I'm saying? Is this.
Okay, that's.
Veronica gave me permissions for this.
Someone sent me a Jedi video saying that he has proof, and this is disturbing. Someone said that he has proof. They sent me a video clip of saying that he has proof that Jelly gave him my mom's address. I was totally fucking flabbergasted by that shit. Let me see which video this one is.
You yesterday, fam.
Oh, okay.
Give me a break.
This is yesterday's video. This is the video I'm going to play and do commentary on. So let me go ahead and stop sharing this page. And let me go ahead and share this. And we're going to talk about everything. I'm going to talk about everything. You guys want to come up here, you're more than welcome to, but I'm going to block certain, I'm going to put a screen block up there for sure. Oh, first, let me share this so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. This is the YouTube complaint that I got. All right, this right here is the YouTube complaint that I got, the copyright strike that I got. Now, just in case you didn't notice, here, let me go back to the beginning. I had gotten three copyright strikes. And they started on June 26th, right here. They started at June 26th. This is me. It's under two things. That I did a strike back, but this is what they said. This was at this was like I think at 5:12 in the morning or something like that. And they tried to get me on this, and YouTube said there was no proof of what the allegations were about. Anyway, they didn't do anything about the video. Then they did it again here on a different video. Then they did it again, this one, on a third video. And they couldn't get it. So what they ended up doing that actually worked for them was this. Let's see. Wait, is that the one or is that the reply to mine? No, this one. Your video has been taken down. So anyway, this is what happened. So the video was titled, and this is why I don't want Jelly doing a diss song on me, right? And Jelly made a song called Electro Kumbaya. But I got email from her giving me permission to use that song. And I can use the song. Legally, I can use the song. She gave me permission and, and said I could use the song anytime I want. And she knows I have that proof. But what the copyright strike was for was Rolston family photos. That's what it was for. Because this complaint was registered by Kyle Rolston. So either she did or her husband, whatever the fuck he is to her, did the complaint. Now, what's been going on, and here's the strange shit, what's been going on between Kyle's Facebook page and Jelly's Facebook page is pictures have been going up and off and being changed around. And this is how they get you. This is exactly how they get you. Because you are allowed to respond. What I'm about to do, and when you guys want me to, I'll throw down the link if you want to join me up here on the panel. You're allowed to do a response video. If you're being talked about and you can prove you're being talked about, you're allowed to do a response video. That's part of the Fair Use Act. Hey Mel, how you doing? How you doing? I'm showing where I got hit with copyright strike. It wasn't for content, it was for the picture. That's what she's. If you noticed, yesterday, she made a comment about the picture she used. All right, she really did. She made a comment, and I got it on recording because I recorded it. And we're going to talk about that recording. She made a comment. She wants people to record that, so that if one of you guys use, her, anything she's saying, and you use the picture, and you play it on your shit without covering it up, that's how she's going to get the copyright strike on you. That's what she did with me. She couldn't get it on the content, even though I have her song. I have rights to her song. I actually have rights to 2 of her songs that she gave me permission to play. But this is how she got me, is with the content found in custom thumbnail. If you need Kyle's Gmail, there it is right there. You're more than welcome to it. This is public record now, so fuck him, fuck her. Let me go ahead, and if you guys want to talk with me about the video I'm about to play, you're welcome to. I'll throw down the link here. And remember, guys, this is my backup channel. I've only had this channel for 4 years, and this is the most activity that this channel has had. And this, wait, did I put the right link up there? Did the link go up? The link went up? Okay, cool. No, Kyle's not in jail. Kyle had to take, he had to take. And here's the thing. I kind of felt sorry for the guy. I really did. I don't know if I feel sorry for him anymore. I really don't know if I should feel sorry for him because to be honest, he could have been lying to me all this time because him and I did talk behind the scenes, and he told me some stuff, and I can't really get into it. But if the stuff that he talked to me about is even remotely close to true, then I feel bad for him. And she's gonna go over here saying that he took a charge for, he caught a charge for her son. She's been talking shit about my kids. I have 4 kids, 5 including Elizabeth. 5 including Elizabeth. People have been talking shit about the fact that the kids aren't mine biologically. The only one that's in question that might be mine, and I don't care, I raised them, is my daughter, my oldest daughter. But I raised those kids. I helped raise those kids. I changed diapers. I bought Christmas presents. We moved into houses. I took care of those kids. And that makes me a cuck or a bad person because I helped raise someone else's kid. No, I love them like they're my children. It's that simple. But she's gonna put up there and talk shit. Just like she tried to imply that I was some sort of fucking groomer. With Elizabeth. And I got proof. Just because Jelly doesn't know everything about Elizabeth doesn't mean that my relationship with her, we've had a relationship for 5 years. 5 glorious years. I've had the distinct pleasure and privilege of knowing this girl. Yet people like Chad and Jelly, how do you fucking pick out the words of a song and oh my God, you have to be some kind of disturbed. She tried to say that I came in on this video where I was dancing, that I came in at a creepy part. When Ken said, I didn't even realize it. My daughter waved me in. If you watch the video, you can see she waved me in, and I hesitated, but then I came in and I started doing the dance. Yeah. But she wants to make something of it. You know what? And I'm starting to understand why she thinks that way, because all this shit happened to her. All this shit has happened to her, and she's projecting that shit on me. It's not my fault, Lacey, that your dad fucked you in the ass. That's not my problem. It's not my fault that he face fucked you. It's not my fault that he titty fucked you. Whatever the fuck kind of fucking he did to you, that's not my fault. But what bothered me the most is that I didn't know Elizabeth was behind me, and fucking Chad come out saying that she's of age and she's probably doing pornos with Jed. That she didn't need to hear that. She did not need to hear that. I'm over here trying to protect this girl from the world, from people like these assholes. And I felt it was my fault. She heard that shit. That's what I feel better because she got exposed to that shit. I don't see Jelly helping anybody. I don't see Chad helping anybody. Yet there's history on YouTube, on all my fucking social media of me helping people. What the fuck is wrong with helping people? I'm just trying to pay it forward because I got helped when I needed it the most. So why not just try to help people if you can? But they want to make something evil and corrupt out of it because their lives suck. Well, I don't feed into that bullshit. That's not me. What I do feel bad about though is that I trust because Jelly did what she did and certain other content creators did what they did, my trust factor the bar has been moved. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to trust people online the way I have. So that's the bad thing about it. That's the bad thing about this whole thing is now I don't feel like I'm going to be able to trust people because shit like this happens. Now, don't get me wrong. It happened before and I dealt with it and we got through it and we continue to help people. But it's really hard when you trust somebody enough. Now, I trusted Jelly. I gave Jelly my mom's address. Jelly helped me when my friend, because here's what happened, so I can lay this groundwork down so you could understand. Here's what happened. We just got off the ship. We're driving back home. I got LT with me because I'm driving to OG Boogie's house, and we're gonna spend the night there. And when we get there, I get a call. My mom's in the hospital. My mom broke her hip and broke her femur. And it's like, oh, hell. So I had that. And then, not more than a few hours later, I found out my friend Ralphie got murdered. And Ralphie was at my house just a couple of weeks earlier, looking for a job. He was on my computer, putting in applications and stuff like that. And I found out he got murdered in the worst way possible. So I kind of leaned on Jelly. I said, look, because I was driving and I was stressed and I was, my mind was going 100 miles an hour. And I asked Jelly to, check on my mom, check on to see what's going on, this, that, and the other. I gave her my mom's address, which was a mistake. Now I find out. Now I find out that this bitch isn't worth the air that we expel out of our bodies. But I leaned on her and at that time she came through, or it seemed like she came through. If I had insurance paper questions, I would ask her. Let me tell you something. She knew a lot about welfare insurance paperwork. She really did, because I'm old. I don't have, quote unquote, I'm not on welfare, but I am disabled. I have problems with my legs, blah, blah, blah. But she knows how to work the system when it comes to Medicare and Medicaid. So I asked her a bunch of questions, and she came through for me on that. But it came time to find, and this is where you come in, Mel. This is where you come in. I went to Sneaky Links. No, I had posted, you and I were not talking to each other. I just didn't, you and I communicated through email. Nothing harsh, I was the kumbaya dude trying to make shit peaceful, make shit work between people. And you guys helped. When I told you guys about Ralphie and his funeral and the stuff his family was going through between the boxing community and the T sector, you guys came up with $1,500. $1,500. Y'all helped a family that you guys don't know. And a bunch of those people, there were 4 people in Sneaky Link's stream in her chat that donated. I'm not going to mention any names because that's private. But 4 people there were 4 people in Sneaky Link's chat that donated. But this is where the problems between me and Jelly started, because I said hello to Mel. That's all I said. I said hi to Mel. That was it. And she lost her shit. She made it about her. I tried to explain it. These people donated money to help my friend's family out with his fucking funeral. And you want me to be rude to them? I'm not going to do that. That's where the shit went down. A couple of days later, her and I stopped talking to each other. I decided to block her on everything. I should have stayed blocked. I should have kept it that way. My wife was happy that I stopped talking to her because, goddamn, Jelly would talk to me like I was her fucking husband. Am I lying? Jelly would yell at me because I didn't agree with her on certain things, on how to treat people. But I told her, no, you go ahead, go. And she went over and hung out with another content creator. And I said, go ahead, that's fine. I got no problem with it. She gets up on his panels. He leads her. One thing that he does that he's real good at, this certain content creator, he knows how to lead. He puts leading questions in there. So you get trapped into answering questions a certain way. So I let it slide, all the shit that she said. But now, hindsight being 2020, no, that shit was from her heart at that time. Because she said all kinds of stuff. And now I believe I believe that she gave certain other content creators my fucking mom's address. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You can't do shit like that and not be evil. You justify every bad thing you do and don't see it as bad. I was given shit. Hey, by Mel too. Don't get me wrong, Mel, you gave me shit too for making an apology on IO's channel. You know what? I don't give a fuck. If it'll stop beef or if it'll calm shit down, I'll take the loss. I don't give a fuck. I'd rather it just fucking go away. I said that I was blacker than Mel to Mel because I was angry with Mel. That was wrong to say. It was wrong to say at the time, but that's how I felt because I was upset about whatever it was. Her and I, we working this shit out. That's how I felt at the time. But I have no problems apologizing if I feel this will solve a problem and it was wrong. I openly admit it was a wrong thing to say. So I have no problems apologizing for shit that comes out of my mouth. Whenever you do or say anything under emotional stress, it's always, and this is my opinion only, it's always the wrong decision. Always. I try not to drive in an emotional state. I try not to go at people in an emotional state because you say shit that you end up regretting. Like Mel, you remember when I made the comment towards Jaguar, right? That I had to go around and do the tour to different channels explaining what I said, why I said it. When I talked about Jaguar, right, and the soup cooler thing. And it automatically some people went racial with it. Where with me, fucking what's the lead singer? The first time I heard that phrase was when the Rolling Stones came out with a song back in the 80s. And he had the lips were on the cover of the album, and it was his lips up there, you know, and those were some big ass soup coolers. And that day, I had an extremely bad day. Everything that could go wrong went wrong in my personal life. And when I got online and I heard Jaguar Wright call me a cop, hold on a second. This was the conversation. Just so y'all understand, this. Oh, I gotta start it from the beginning. Let me go up here. No, and then
I wasn't flirting with no fucking half midget fucking. You know that nigga's a cop. Electro G is a cop.
He had in the hat, and you was like, "Ooh, I love a man in the hat."
Electro G is.
I heard that shit. I heard that shit, and I took my entire day out on Jaguar Wright. Now, Mel can tell you, Kat can tell you that I was still on the fence. I'm famous for being on the fence, for not picking a side. I said I don't know much about Jaguar Wright, so I can't say. But that day, because I heard that shit, I just took my day off on her. This is why you don't do shit emotional, because you make the wrong decisions. Anyway, I heard that, and I just went smooth off. Called her every fucking name in the book. Not the N word, but you know, I just called her everything in the book. And this is why I try not to do shit in an emotional state. But I went on this tour, going to Mel's channel, went to IO's channel, went to fucking May's channel. I went to a bunch of different channels talking about why I said it. But I never apologized for what I said. I apologized for why I said it. I said it because I was in an emotional state, and I took my day out on her. But I did not feel, nor was it in my heart, was it a racist comment. So I will not apologize if that's not what was in my heart. Now, that being said, what I told Mel a couple of weeks ago, that was me in an emotional state, and I knew I shouldn't have said it the second it came out, but that's how I felt. That's how come I had no compunction whatsoever of apologizing for it, especially if it will just squash whatever's going on. Because I don't hate Mel, I just disagree with her on certain things. But such is fucking life. That's not how it works with Jelly. If you don't agree with her, you're stabbing her in the back. Because if y'all remember that conversation she had with Kat, that's the exact, or every point that she made with Kat, where she was yelling at Kat that you're not a friend, that you're a backstab, that's the exact same conversation she had with me. That is the exact, or let me fix some stuff here. Hold on a second. Because I want to. All right. Let me do this real quick. Can I even do it? Oh shit! I'm not logged into. I'm sorry if no one has. Katie, you have mods, right? You don't have mods. No one has mods right now. I'm not logged into. I just streaming on my This Is Electrojet account, but I am I'm on my regular account streaming onto my This Is Electrojet account. And say again? Yeah, yeah. Damn, you don't got mods either. All right, I'll hand mods out next time. But here's the thing I want to say, because we're going to talk about the video that's coming up. Here's what I want to say. Everything that she told Kat, I have heard that exact same argument for the exact same reason. You're backstabbing, you don't protect me the way that I protect you. It's not my job to fucking defend you. It wasn't Kat's job to defend you. Kat was on a different fucking channel. Kat wasn't on her channel. How the fuck is she supposed to control what somebody else says? Everything she told Kat, she told me. Happy Monday to you, Angie. Let me start highlighting some of this shit. God damn, I'm sorry. I'm a bad fucking host right now. Please excuse me. But that was the same conversation she had with me when she went, when her and I put her on a block, and I did. I blocked her. I unsubscribed from every account that's on Instagram, that's on Facebook, that's on YouTube. I unsubscribed, blocked her on the phone because this bitch would call constantly. Blocked her. Then I would get calls from her husband. I didn't block her husband's number because him and I talked. But apparently she's trying to tell people that I'm trying to get in between her marriage. You want to know the worst thing I told her husband? Support your wife. That's what I told her husband. Support your wife. If you got to chew me out and you got to badmouth me, I'm cool with that. Just support your wife. That's the worst thing I told her husband. But I'm trying to get in their marriage. Get the fuck out of here. But let's see. Let's see what she said yesterday. Because this is interesting stuff. Let me share this. Let me stop sharing this. And let me share this. So y'all guys can see. And if you want to come up here and you got something to say, you're more than welcome to. No, that's not the one. Where is it at? Is this it or not? Ah, here it is. There you go. I'm going to share this. This is what I recorded yesterday. This is what I recorded. Now, as soon as Jelly gets up there, let me I don't know if it's going to show me. Let me put the screen blocker up there because I know what Jelly's going to do. She's going to try. She's going to try to have this taken down. If anyone wants this screen cover, just let me know. You're more than welcome to have it. But let's play this. Let's hear what she had to say. Let me know if you could hear this.
If shit don't go her way, then bye. You know, she wants to be able to talk about and say whatever she wants about everybody.
This is
No one can say.
What's going on, Stormy?
First of all, can you guys see my dancing bear? That's number one. Number two, can you hear the video? I'm sorry that you can't see it, but I gotta block it. So let me know those two things. Should it wait? What the fuck? You should have told him to dick her down. Maybe we wouldn't be in these. I should have told her that. And Katie says that wouldn't be enough. Oh, Katie, that's bad.
You should have told him to dick her again, and maybe we wouldn't be.
I know, yeah, I know. All right, so this is Mad Chad and his bullshit. Now, Melanie, somebody chopped up a video, just so you understand what's going on. Someone chopped up a video that you put up, and they made it sound. This is how come I like playing the whole video, and I don't clip it. I play the whole thing so everyone gets the context in which it's come from, right? So when they threw this video up, it was literally chopped up to make it sound like he's saying 12-year-old girls are sexy and so on and so forth. Now, if he's on that conversation with you, I know you're not going to go for that shit, and you would have checked him right away. I already know that. But it was still chopped up. And everyone jumped on this bandwagon about him being, a predator. I didn't jump on that wagon. I did not jump on that wagon, just like I didn't jump on the Chad Chomo wagon either. But this motherfucker, he's quick to jump on wagons. So let's listen.
Yeah.
Fucking Mad Chad, it's Italian.
Oh, okay, whatever. I'm fine. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the audience.
No, but you mentioned my name earlier. I wasn't addressing
Oh, I
you
heard
at
what
all.
you said about Jedi, and I'm going to protect them. I like them.
All right, but you brought my name up and you were regarding children.
Because you
Yeah.
said something about Jedi in the chat, and I like
And-
them.
But why
And
you trying
also,
to?
you were rude to me before.
No, and I said I was sorry.
You
and I
were
said I
rude
was
to me
sorry,
over
and I said I was
Jelly, and
sorry.
you don't even know me.
No, I wasn't. I was rude
You
over
called
to you
me
as a
names.
Jedi. I called
You
a
jumped
effing
on the
bitch.
Jelly band train
No, I
calling
did
me
not.
names.
No, I did not. No, you're all right. But what I want to get to is talking about whatever you're saying. I'm talking about 12-year-olds inappropriately.
You said something about the 12-year-old little girls, the way they were dressed then.
Did you hear the whole conversation? How sick it is, and it's weird for them to dress up 12-year-old girls sexy. When you're talking about Jeffrey Epstein, how sick it is, how weird it is
Oh, God.
for civilization. No. Oh God, did you hear the whole conversation? Or are you gonna sit here and act like these fucking weirdos trying to tag me like that? I'm a dad. I love children. I work around kids. Don't ever label me that. I will kill anybody that fucks with children, Stormy. I'm an advocate of all children, all races from around the world. Nothing comes before a child than me. I don't have a sick, perverted mind. That was a conversation about young, sexy girls, whatever. The legalization.
Okay,
This is
but
before the
12-year-old
TY
girls can dress
is
the way
no.
that they want to dress.
No.
The world is
talking
moving
about-
up these
No,
days.
we were talking Jeffrey
Don't
Epstein.
look at them like that.
Well, I don't look at them like that, but they dress them all up like that. I'm saying Western civilization, you have to hear the context of what the fuck
No,
was
it's
going on.
called the United
All right,
States.
anyways,
and they
anyways,
can
all right,
dress
all
the
right.
way-
Just so you understand, this is what was going on Phantom's channel yesterday. Just so y'all understand, I recorded all that shit, and I don't usually do that, but I did it. I did it for just this purpose, because he's saying this now, but then you're gonna hear what he says later.
They want.
Yes, they can, and it's fucking wrong, and it's wrong.
Okay,
And
we
these
all,
girls
you know,
are developing
I wouldn't
way
trust
fucking
my
weird.
young 12. Well, I don't have any young
Well, I
children.
don't like talking about
But
12-year-olds.
when
kids,
I
but fucking
did,
honestly,
I
that's the only
wouldn't
time I was
trust
brought up
my
by
young
Mel.
girls like
Mel
that.
can hit the fucking channel. Mel was talking about it. We talked about it. We were
Okay,
having a
I don't
conversation,
really
me
want to
and Mel.
talk about
So,
it.
you know,
Okay.
I
I'm
want to
here
clear my
for a
fucking name with you.
reason.
I want to clear my name with you there, lady, because I don't want to be heard
Okay.
talking about a sexy 12-year-old girl when it was not in the context of.
So he wants to clear his name with her. He wants to clear his name with her. But there's a problem with me clearing my name with the shit that Jelly put out there. And that everybody else because I got a bunch of haters with everybody else that once she said this, everyone was going off, saying the same shit. He wants to clear his name, but I'm not allowed to clear my name. So let's continue.
What it was about, it's real weird for how people to dress up girls these days and how developed these girls are these days. It's just the crazy world we live in. That's all I'm saying. And Epstein, understand nothing, and I don't want to be talking about it. You
The
talk about
girls
that. I'm
today
gonna
are
come up
more
there.
developed
Hey.
than they were back
No
then.
shit.
I want you
No
to say your
shit,
part
Sherlock.
about
No
what
shit.
you know about Jelly. too.
Okay, okay. I don't want to get into
Well,
about
just you talk about
you.
what
Okay,
you what bothered you
does
about it.
So you made
exploit
your
these
point, I
children, what
get it.
Hollywood does to exploit these children is sick. It's a sick fucking
Wow.
world we live in, lady.
We
You hear
all
me?
agree with
I don't
that.
talk about it. I don't talk about it. People are talking about it all the time. I talked about it one time, and I was with Mel on her channel, I believe. We were having a conversation, and if it was disgusting and if it was way gross, I think Mel's world would have checked me in real fucking time. With the
Okay,
women that I was
whatever.
on
That's
there with.
between you
So
and them.
whatever.
Okay,
No, it's
you
not.
made your
No, you
point. I
brought me up.
heard
You
it.
brought me up. You brought me up to
I
this.
said
I'm
you
telling
made your point. I heard it.
So don't talk
Done it
about it
over
again in
with.
that fucking life.
Good.
Thank you.
You're just okay. I heard you. Bye. Thank
What do
you.
mean bye? What do you mean bye?
Okay,
Bye?
well, I'm going to continue to talk about what I was talking about.
You say goodbye and I say hello. Don't think
All
what are you,
right,
the
thank
boss?
you. Good
You think you're
song.
the boss? Are you the boss?
No, I'm not the boss.
What
All
were you
right, guys.
talking
So
about?
I'm going to
Can I
go
talk about?
back and talk about what I was talking about. All right,
Go ahead.
y'all. So again, thank you. So again, you all, I feel like it's a wrong thing. I just got up here. I haven't been up here at all today. I feel like it's wrong when somebody
What,
goes
you mentioned
around
my
going
fucking name?
after
You
all
mentioned my
kinds of
fucking name? You
channels.
mentioned my fucking name? You
When
mentioned my
somebody, all
fucking name?
right, damn it, shut up. You just said that. Don't repeat yourself.
Right, don't mention my name no more.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So again, I feel like it's wrong when somebody goes around talking all kinds of shit about everybody else, calling them all kinds of names, and when they respond back to them, they want to go around and take everybody's channel.
Who does that?
Okay? That's my point. I think it's a sick thing to do. I think it's wrong. You can't get up here, curse everybody out, call everybody out of their creed, say all kinds of crazy stuff, and then when they respond back to you, your first name, you and your whoever he is, boyfriend, husband, I don't know if y'all are married, haven't tried that hard. Well, you know. Anyway, I'm about to know everything. At least by Wednesday, I think. You want to go around taking everybody's channels. Then you want to threaten people. It's just wrong. It's wrong. Don't get up here.
No, Mel. No, I totally get that, Mel. That's how come I didn't jump on that bandwagon. That's what I'm saying, Mel. That video clip was obviously chopped up to where it would sound a certain way. I didn't jump on that bandwagon. That's what I'm saying. But he, on the other hand, is quick to jump on a bandwagon. Him and I have gone through this type of shit before. He listened to what people say that he's close with or that he thinks are close with him until they stab him in the back and talk all kinds of shit about him. Now, him and I are never going to be friends after what he said, and my daughter heard that shit, and it made her feel some sort of way. That's unforgivable what he said, and I want nothing to do with him. In fact, this is one of the few times I would ever say that if him and I were in the same space, that he would have to worry. I am no tough guy, nor do I claim to be a tough guy. I'm old, I'm fat, missing all kinds of teeth, but trust me when I say I will defend me and mine to the end. And that includes my honor and the honor of the people I love the most. But let me continue. So no, I get that. No, I get you 100%, Mel. That's why I didn't jump on that bandwagon, but everybody else did. And I didn't. But he doesn't look at shit like that. But let's continue.
there talking shit and expecting people not to want to respond to you. Don't take people's channels because you don't like that they mentioned your name or whatever's going on. I've heard you. You've said the cruelest stuff to me. I can take your fucking channel. I'm not even a content creator. You said some horrible things to me. Don't think that I don't have that on recorded and I can't go after you neither. I will be coming for you for what you said. Then you doubled it down. So y'all want to get that? Here's what we said. Record this. I hope your husband dies in your arms while his 90-some-year-old mother watches. Then you have a fucking heart attack. That's what she said. And I asked her 4 or 5 times, really? She said, really? And double down. Then she told everybody in the chat, if you all remember, let's send a wellness check to her house because she dropped her mother-in-law on her head. Y'all remember that, or did you all forget that?
We all know about
Anybody
it.
want to talk to you? I'm asking everybody in the
Well, I'm
chat.
on the fucking panel.
If you don't know,
Don't do what I do
if
know.
you
So don't be
don't
rude
know
to me.
about it, let everybody
Who-
in.
To be completely honest, I find Stormy totally entertaining, whether she's sober or she's drunk. Drunk, Stormy is a force to be reckoned with. No lie. I find her humorous. But drunk or sober, I think she's entertaining. She says what she feels, and I got no problem with that. I don't agree with everything she says. But there's a lot that her and I do agree on. Just like you and me. I don't agree with everything you say. You and I have a difference of opinion on a bunch of shit. But we had fun times. We had, I enjoyed myself when we did our streams and all that stuff. It was fun. When it stopped becoming fun, when it was nothing but drama. And I'm not saying it's your fault per se, Mel. I'm not saying, I personally blame both you and IO when it came to that shit. I never took a side between y'all. And despite what you think, I never took a side. I thought, okay, somebody's just got to stop. But I wasn't gonna put myself in the middle of that shit. Y'all had to deal with that yourself. But let's continue though.
What do you mean? We already heard about it. You're just repeating shit over and over again.
Okay, she can repeat shit over and over again, can't she?
I don't fucking know. I'm just repeating what's going on right now.
Okay, all right. Well, then I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them in the chat. Because here's the point. If I was a content creator, that would, she would have tried to take my page, I'm sure. But you see, I'm not. But the thing she said runs deep. But nobody can say nothing about her.
No, if you can't put up her pictures and shit, you can't put up a
Wait.
picture about her.
Okay, hold on a second. Did you really, Jed? Wait. All right, wait a minute. Wait. You got to clarify, Mel, what you meant by "did you really?" Because I don't know what the what exactly did you mean there? Because that can be construed so many different ways. Because I really didn't. Oh, you're gonna hit that panel? All right, that's fine. You're welcome to come up here. I set the rules earlier, just as long as nobody cuts anybody off and everyone acts like adults. No hate, no racism. That's how it goes. If you need me to throw the link down, you just let me know and I'll throw the link down. But we're gonna continue playing this.
Well, my channel.
Put out their pictures. Nobody put out, even the people that say,
no, but when
why
she
are you
strikes, so
standing here protecting her?
no, I'm not. I'm just saying.
Here.
I haven't. She hasn't struck my channel though. I'm just saying.
Okay, well, not yet,
And
Bubba.
she talked about
Not
negatively.
yet,
If she talked
Bubba.
about negatively.
I
All
don't
right,
really
yeah.
care what.
Has she struck the Phantom? Has she struck the channel that you're on?
Yes, Sky Blue, I guess we're not. We're
Has-
not
has
about
she struck
you.
the-
I
has
just
she-
came
has she-
up, Phantom,
Has
let
she
you know,
struck the Phantom
okay?
channel? She's
You want to
striking
take
everybody.
over the channel, I don't give
No,
a
I'm saying,
fuck.
I think
Yeah, hold on a second. What the hell? I had stopped. I had stopped recording. Oh, I'm talking here. Hold on a second. What the fuck am I saying? You can't hear it. Hold on. Let me move it forward some. This I don't like because then context is lost. But and evil thinking people up. I did a video with Elizabeth. Elizabeth was doing a video. She was doing a TikTok video. This is still part of the same video. Certain people complained about the fact that her pants button were unbuttoned without realizing she just recently had a belly button ring put in. And if anyone had a belly button ring, you know you can't have anything hanging off of it because it could pull on it and it would get irritated and possibly infect. But everyone said, "Oh, she's dancing too sexy." She's 18 years old. She could dance however the fuck she wants. It's her TikTok account. And I went and she was dancing to the Barbie song. And if you look at the video closely, you could see her waving me to come into the video. So I came in and I started, dancing with her. And I've done a few videos where I'm dancing with her. And what is this content creator come up with? She's not even a content creator. Because they don't got shit on their fucking video. Everything's private time. But they look up the words of the song that are being said. I'm like, for fuck's sake, really? That's your. Anyway, this is my. I was responding. I'd recorded this video yesterday, so just to sum up, it was the Barbie song, and Jelly pulled up the words to where I came in, and it was when Ken started saying his part. Come on, Barbie, let's go, Barbie, and then apparently it was creepy when I came in. It's like, who looks at shit? Who breaks shit down like that? To look for shit like that. I'll tell you who. People that were or are abusive. People that were abused or that are abusive. And we all know she's made it abundantly clear that her father did shit to her, and her father was this, and her father was that, and every traumatic thing she went through is more traumatic, and she's been through more trauma than Christ himself. We know better, but that's how she portrays everything. So let me go ahead and move forward, so I don't have to go through explaining that part. Get to the next section. Speak about people to their faces. So, when I conceal carry, I don't carry with one in the chamber because I'm not looking to take someone's life. If it means I got to take another second to think about what I'm going to. So you guys can understand that part. I have a concealed carry license, and I'm part of different communities. I'm part of the gun community, the prepper community, farming community, because I am a prepper. And, I plan on building a bunker and all that shit. And I just want to prepare. But my nephew, God rest his soul, Jason Duran, my nephew, who I helped raise for the majority of his life, was murdered. He was shot by his ex-girlfriend. So I'm not looking to kill anybody. When you point a gun at someone, you need to understand that you have to be willing to destroy what's in front of you. So the big thing that I get chewed out about in the gun community is that I do not go around carrying my weapon with one in the chamber. I'll put one in the chamber if I'm going to a neighborhood that I feel might be a little, not too savory. But for the most part, I go around with an empty chamber because I don't want to take a life. I'm not thinking about taking a life. It hurt, and it hurts to this day that Jason is not around. I do not want to be the one to take somebody else's life if I don't have to. So that's my attitude about guns. I feel that there should be stricter gun laws. I feel that, not everyone should have a gun, especially the mentally disabled and the mentally unstable. Like, people like Jelly should not own guns. That's exactly how I feel. People that have a mental state like Miss Rolston, Lacey, she should not own a weapon because that's dangerous. But that's how I feel. And people are calling me, oh, that I'm Rambo. No, I'm not Rambo. I am not Rambo, nor do I try to be Rambo. I got my bulletproof vest. Why? Because I don't want to fucking get shot if I'm in a shootout. Makes sense, don't it? What the fuck? And I have been working out. I have weighted plates because I want to lose weight. And I've lost 117 pounds over the past 3 or 4 years. I used to wear a size 50, or waist size 56 pants. I am down to 46 now. No, I'm actually down to 44. And these are fucking loose on me. I'm proud of the fact that I'm losing weight. I'm not Rambo. I'm not trying to be Rambo. I'm trying to live longer so I could spend more time with my wife, who makes me happy. That's a big part of the problem on YouTube. There's a lot of unhappy people and they can't stand to see other people happy. But let's continue. Before I do it, because if you point a weapon at somebody, you need to understand and be willing to destroy that thing you're pointing a weapon at. I'm not looking to take somebody's life. That's not my purpose.
Okay. So, Jed,
I'm not here. This is not Jelly. Just joined. I'm not here. Look, I listen. I am not up here to fuck with you. Can you not?
Then don't talk about me, okay?
All right. Yeah, I didn't mention your name. See, again, you're making it about you.
Don't talk about
Again, you're making it about you. Again, you're making it about you. Your name wasn't fucking mentioned. Deal with the.
Well, what'd you do? This content creator said this. This content creator said that.
Well, who said it?
Just
if it doesn't apply, let it fly.
I know what I said, so don't say, "Oh, this content creator."
I didn't mention your fucking name because what
did you say the other day? What did you say?
Don't talk about me.
Why are you saying I started this rumor? Or why are you
again? You're making it about you again. You're making it about you.
It has been said weeks before I ever said it.
I'm not putting up.
Explain how it's been said for weeks before I ever said it.
So I left the panel, and that's what I've been doing lately. I'm not going to feed into her bullshit. I'm not going to sit in there. I'm not going to sit up there and argue with her. I'm not going to sit up there and have a yelling match with her. So I left, and I let her say what she's about to say. Here we go.
You can't? That's what I thought. You can't explain why it was said weeks before I ever said anything. You're weird. Stop coming over talking about people when they're not here. Talking about Alonzo. Talking about you don't play private conversations. Lies. You played Alonzo. You played his clips, and you put me on mute. You're lying. Stop.
That is a blatant lie. She's asked me so many times to play. To tell her everything Alonzo said, and I wouldn't. It's a blatant lie. All right. She's saying that I told her to shut up, put her on mute and stuff like that because he called me. This motherfucker called me 17 times in one day, in within a few hours. Yet now she's siding with this guy that she hated so much. What I'm talking, she is the epitome of flip flop. But let's continue.
Talking about the man when he's not here. Stop being a coward. And stop talking about me. This stuff was said weeks before I ever said it because I was over here embroiled in battle with these other people. So I did not say the stuff first. I came on to the shit later on. I didn't know what was going on. There's a video up that definitely predates anything that I ever said where people were saying the same thing. Stop blaming me for your issues. And don't forget who you are, Mr. I'm happy your baby's dead. Goodbye.
She keeps mentioning that. She keeps mentioning that I said, I'm happy your baby's dead. And I did say that. I did say that because I hated the fact that that child was going to raise. This is the miscarriage she had. Now, I gave her all kinds of leeway and condolences. And I was as nice as you could possibly be to a woman who was as distraught as she was over this. Well, she acted distraught at least. But this was also around the time when my mom was not healing. And I had to deal with this girl calling me. Katie's going to get on here and talk to you about the shit that she's heard. And she's going to tell you her side of everything. Because Katie's been telling me from the beginning, why do I let this woman talk to me the way she does? And me, because I'm the way I am, yeah, I didn't listen to my wife. And she's been mostly right every time I don't listen to her. I'm kind of stupid that way. I don't know why. But I need to listen to Katie a lot more. But let's continue. But the reason why I said I'm glad because the shit that was coming out of her mouth on the stream that she's talking about, that's not up anymore. She forgets the vile shit that she said about me, about my daughter, the accusation she was putting up. No, that doesn't matter. Me saying that her dead baby is dead is what takes precedence. Again, it's always about her. Always. Let's continue. Damn, why is it quiet? Now Phantom's coming up.
So, what's the word of the people? You know, I'm from the people. Still waiting on my lovely co-host, Sky Blue. I don't think she's made the appearance yet. She's still up in the clouds, doing her thing, you know.
Let's see if I can move this forward.
Get up here and explain. So I didn't hear the part before that. What did you need to get up here and explain?
But you know, see how it goes. Trying to see if
because I want you guys to have context. Sorry.
Kind of waiting on her.
I think Phantom was waiting for Sky Blue at the time because Sky Blue was supposed to do something, do her own thing, do her own show on his thing. Here she comes.
I just caught Jelly or Jed get up here and explain. So I didn't hear the part you said before that. What did you need me to explain?
What did you pull up Jed for? Because he said something in the situation that was related to you, right?
Oh yeah, because he was talking about me, but he does subliminals. I don't like that shit. Like clearly you're talking about me, so just put the name on it. Don't throw subliminals. Like just say you're talking about me. What like he says, I don't like the drama. I don't like to do that. I want a peaceful time. I'm kumbaya fucking ah. Lies. You're over here talking about me and Alonso, motherfucker. But you're just doing it like, why are you talking about Alonso when he's not here? Why are you talking about me when I'm something if you're not about drama?
That's another thing. You know why Alonzo wasn't there? Alonzo was busy typing to me. If you look at one of the posts I put up there, you'll see almost every comment up there is from Alonzo. Yeah, there's a couple of other people too, but Alonzo and I had a dialogue going back and forth while this was going on. That's why Alonzo wasn't on the panel. He was too busy trying to explain himself to me. And the proof is right there on my channel, but on my post.
Like bullshit.
What was the subliminal related to? Because he said it was about the G word. I didn't think it was about that. It was about something else, wasn't it?
I don't even know what the G word is. Oh yeah, that word. Yeah, okay, now I know what you're talking about. It was about him saying that like I don't have any proof, I don't have any reason to think this. I stated this, and I don't have this. People were saying this before I said it, Phantom. I had been over here fighting with these women for all this time. I hadn't even seen the videos or anything like that. Yet. So there's a video that's way back before I ever even mentioned it, that they had already been saying this stuff based on how tightly they were dancing together. So I wasn't even the one that started it. I noticed it and I made note of it because I know other information that other people don't know. And I have every right to have the opinion that I have when you know what I know, but I will not repeat it because I will respect children and I will not repeat that. So I'm just saying I know more than other people.
She will respect children. How many of you believe that she respects children if it doesn't pertain to her? Seriously? She's already said the worst thing she could possibly said about Elizabeth, about any other child that's not hers. How many people believe that bullshit? But let's continue.
Okay, so it was related to the G word topic, but you know, that's what I was saying, Jed. Like you were speaking of situation that she's involved in, and don't be upset if she pulls up on you for like speaking about it, right? Like she just pulled up with you.
Right. And not only that, but I'm the one that specifically pointed out I didn't go look up the lyrics to the song. I know the lyrics. And if I repeat the lyrics to the song and tie that to why, if you keep asking me why I say it, and I explain to you whenever a song lyric is like that, you pop in at that part, and I explain that to you, then don't tell me, oh, well, you're just picking apart a song. No, I'm explaining to you at the very graphic part of the song that you come in on. So it doesn't look very good. That's a part of my accumulative thoughts that form my opinion. And other people have reasons for whatever their opinion is for that they think that they do. And some people have reasons for the reason why they don't think that. But they're not privy to the same things I'm privy to. So we're all going to have different opinions based on the different level of information that we know.
See, like right there, she's trying to make it sound like she has more information than is out there. She has no more information. There's nothing else out there. You know, I've talked on panels, especially over with there's a couple other panels because I hang out with Black groups. That's where I'm most comfortable at. You know, people might not believe it because of the complexion of my skin, but I was raised when I left my mom's house at about 11 or 12. You know, I was basically raised by a Black family. You know, granted, the life I got into wasn't exactly the best life I got into, but that family had a lot of honor. The patriarch of the family I looked up to very much. And honor to him was above all else, which is why honor to me is above all else. And this is why I am the way I am. That being said, I have a little girl here. I call her a little girl. She's a grown woman, but I don't want to make mistakes. And if I can come up, I'll ask other women. I asked Katie, I asked Melissa, I asked my neighbor who's been a friend of mine for 27 years. I asked Kim. I asked women online. Here's a certain situation. How do I deal with it? And because this is how I feel I should deal with it, but I don't want to make a mistake because she's at a very impressionable age. And she's talking about me talking with my daughter about sex and how I don't want her to put sex above everything else. She has a bright future. She has her future all set up. And I don't want to discourage her. I want her to have fun as a teenager. I want her to enjoy life, but I also want her to be responsible. And at least here in this house, she can be safe. If she wasn't here and she was out on the streets, she wouldn't be fucking safe. But I also want her to have her fucking freedom. She needs to know what it's like to be free out there. She never had that opportunity to be before. Not in the situation she was. And this one, Jelly is trying to imply something completely different. But let's continue.
That's all. And if you don't like my opinion, you don't have to. I'm not speaking about it here. But don't bring it out. Don't keep bringing it up over here because that's how it's going to get brought out. So don't mention it and keep saying it if you don't want to talk about the same way the Phantom tells me. So you're bringing up the situation and you don't want to talk about that's going to trigger somebody saying it because you're making somebody defend what they said.
Yep.
Okay. That's all that's the only reason I pulled up was just like, okay, well,
Phantom sometimes is very difficult to read, but then once you understand,
you know, that's all.
it is what it is.
I feel a lot better. I feel amazing. I feel wonderful. What kind of day did you have today, fam?
Chill. I'm at work right now, putting in some extra hours, and then when I come back from work, gonna maybe do some shopping and get back at it again. Yep.
The big back buffaloes are over there saying that you went 500 miles to come and bang me out, which is kind of crazy. They're talking.
Am I wrong, or did she just put a subliminal out there? Can somebody let me know? Am I wrong, or was that a subliminal?
Talking about everybody like they normally do, but she got mad about it.
Now Chad's joining the panel.
She's fucking him. I'm like, what? He said I have $40 pussy, and I'm like, for $40 pussy, why the fuck would he drive all the way here when he's pussy there from a fucking whore that don't give a shit? Why would he? Sorry. $500
they drive right there for $500. So wait, Veronica was saying she said that she's fucking him. She said that, or they said that?
Yeah, I guess she told them that.
Wow, he's really jealous. But yeah, what's up, man? Chad? Go ahead.
Hey, Chad.
Hey, Jelly, how's everybody doing? No, you know the big walrus looking dude. He got pissed off at me because I just said, "Hey, you're an adult. She's an adult. You can do whatever you want. You could make adult movies if you wanted." And he went fucking completely ballistic with me on that one.
That's honestly you saying. I mean, you're not saying the opposite.
So you hear him say that, right? Oh, y'all can do adult movies. She's of age, blah blah blah. You know, this is the shit that comes out of his mouth about an 18-year-old girl.
You could be saying the opposite that I'm saying. You could be saying the opposite. So you're saying something
Right.
I mean, you know,
But
you're
the optics of it, Joey. The opposite. It's just that she's an 18-year-old, young woman, but of legal age. Like she's a legal adult. Like you can go to porn. You can go make porn when you're 18 legally.
Mm-hmm.
And all and for what it's worth, if I just had I've known girls when they were 14 and 15, and my friends' girls, daughters, and things. So now, if they had a falling out with one of these parents, and the daughter now is living with me, and now she's 18, and I'm like I'm Uncle Mike, I'm Uncle Matt Chad, and now all of a sudden she's 18, and I become daddy. All I know is if I went over and I told and I'm married to my girl, and she's not calling my wife mom, and my mom would tell me there's something wrong with me. What the fuck are you up to? You can't have someone that's not your daughter call you a daughter all of a sudden. Now she turns 18 and now you're your daughter and your wife ain't her mom. You guys are married. It's Jed's got a wife. So if Jed's her dad, that makes Jed's wife her mom. And that would, when she went to meet Jed's mom, that would be Jed's mom would be her grandma. You follow me? So, but I don't think Jed's wife is mom, and I don't think Grammy's Grammy. The only one here that's got to make pretend, relationship is this girl and Uncle EJ. It's not his fucking daughter, and they can make pretend. They can live in a real world. You can't become fucking 17, be calling someone uncle, and then turn 18, and now all of a sudden you're fucking daddy. What the fuck? That it is what it is. I don't give a fuck what you're doing, you big fucking fat fucking stupid fuck. EJ, I'll pound your fucking skull in, you sick motherfucker. Promote your fucking friend Nick Siren, you four-toothed fucking retarded hippopotamus looking motherfucker. EJ, you're a dumb fucking cunt, bro. You fucking say shit about me, bro. Go fuck yourself, you retarded fuck. EJ, if you come to New York, let me know, bro. And I will show up in New York, bro, with $500, and I will show up, and I'll have a cup of coffee, and then I'll show you around New York, and I'll show you all the greatest ramen noodle places, and we can have ramen for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then even if we get up at night, EJ, for $500, I imagine we can have a midnight snack because everything's awake 24/7 in New York, EJ, you fat fucking retarded fuck. They're going on another cruise, I heard. They're going on another fucking pineapple cruise.
Guess who else is going? Never mind, stuff. Never mind. Oh, yeah. I heard that.
Well, that's what I heard on, I heard this thing, I unsub from these fucking retards, but they still come up in my fucking feed.
I don't know why that is, but I think
they spend so much time at the tavern. I think because they spend so much time watching the tavern and wishing they could fit in with the fucking retards over there, Get their feelings hurt.
If we're what you aspire to hang out with, motherfucker, I feel sorry for you. Come on, let's have a fucking. I smoke, but there's a smoke lounge on the other side of the tavern, and we commingle. So I'm a smoker in the 420 side on the opposite side, but I go casually in and out as I want to. So yeah, you think you want to go fit in with us, the motherfucker? Let's go smoke and drink.
Right. But no, I want to go to the Sanctuary Seeker and talk to Montaker and that crew. Then maybe is Siren still up and running? What's up with fucking Siren? Is he in prison? Is he back in prison?
I don't know.
He should be.
He got mad.
He should really be.
He got mad
should be.
because
In all honesty,
he got mad because he got invited from Cousin Yeppy's birthday party. I just invited him and took the invitation back, and he got pissed off.
Well, you better have a shower involved.
That's another thing I'm gonna get into and talk about. That whole situation with TY and shit like that. And I gotta say, Melanie, goddamn, you pulled her strings. That was like Chef's Kiss artwork. How you pulled her strings and played her and got her to do exactly what you knew she was going to do. And here's the thing. I warned her. That's what's going on. Stop falling for it. But she did everything, in my opinion, that you wanted her to do. Tell me I'm lying, Mel. Tell me I'm lying. Did she not do everything you wanted her to do? Because you even laughed. And that was the Chef's Kiss part of it all. You even laughed because you knew what she was gonna do. I couldn't believe that she was that pliable. She's easy to manipulate because all you got to do is get her in her feelings. But let's continue. But I wanted you guys to hear how Mad Chad thinks and what the shit he says. All right. I need you to understand why I go off on this man and why I will never forgive him for the shit he says. You know, and Jelly, there is no forgiving Jelly. Just so all you understand, there's no forgiving. There's a better chance of me and Jedi becoming friends than me and Jelly ever talking cordial to each other. And if any of you know me at all, that possibility is slim to none. Just saying. But let's continue.
Tell him you can have shower time with Yepes and shoulders, not little shoulders, whatever he was calling them. Get in the bathroom, back up against the wall, get up in that shit. What a fucking fuck. He really wants to violate Yepes-on. He really hates Yepes-on bad.
I don't understand it. I don't like. I'm getting to the point, Matt, where it's just like the level that people will go to. I mean, people think I'm so bad. I've never doxed anybody's mama, sister, put them on my channel. I've never done any of the low things that have been done to me, but yet I'm still the most hated. I'll take it. P.S. Do I look more native in this picture? Do I look more native? More native?
All right, to read that. Now, I said something earlier. All right, so you guys will understand. She mentions her picture. All right, there's a reason why she mentions her picture. She wants somebody to use that picture so she can not dox, but so she can strike another person. She's using her pictures now. So let's continue.
EJ, hit the link, you fat fucking retard. Hey, Jedi, why don't you hit the link? Put your lightsaber. No, put the steak knife down, Jedi, and hit the link, you fucking queer.
I'm dropping. You have the show, man.
I'll drop too. Hey, Jedi, hit the link, you fucking retard. Huh?
No, now it's just Mad Chad up there.
EJ, hit the link, you fat fucking retard. You mad at me because I said you can do what the fuck you want to do? Now you're building a fucking bunker in the middle of a fucking desert? What the fuck you gonna do? Now you're putting fucking teepees up? You're gonna rent out teepees to look at the mountains and sit there in the sweltering fucking desert heat? What the fuck? Your fucking plans are pretty fucking stupid, bro. I'm telling you right now, you ought to think about maybe getting a little hot tub around the house. You know what I mean? You and Katie in the hot tub. You know, maybe you could do, I would just spend on things that you're going to have fun with. I mean, this fucking bunker kind of sounds fucking scary. It doesn't sound fun. Sounds like, oh yeah, this is where we're going to be during the nuclear radiation and the fish.
Now, mind you, this is from a man that doesn't own any land or any property, who rents a room, from what I understand. This is from a man who rents a room. He can't even afford a fucking apartment. And he's going to talk this shit. And I didn't say teepees. If you guys know what a yurt is, I'm thinking about buying 10 acres, 10.12 acres of land close to Deming, New Mexico. And on that land, I was going to put like 5 or 6 yurts. And a yurt is a circular type of building where, depending on how you build it, it's cool throughout the summer and it's warm in the winter. And on the land, I'm going to put, because this is for myself, we're going to put a shooting range to practice shooting and stuff like that. And if the people that rent the place, because I was going to rent the yurts out for about $300 for the weekend, $200 or $300 for the weekend. You know, is it going to work? I don't know, but it's an idea. But the land is for me because that's where I plan on putting the bunker. I want someplace to go to if shit hits the fan. And there's nothing wrong with having extra land or being a property owner. I own the property I'm on now. and I own the house that I live in now. I don't pay rent. All I pay is for utilities. But this guy is like, what the fuck ever. You can tell how dumb he is. Just listen some more.
That it's a fan. We can all sit in here and be miserable and fucking count our bullets and hopefully we don't run out of toilet paper. But yeah, that's what we'll do. We won't spend this money on fucking things that me and the family could use. No, we won't spend this on
I'm sorry, his Obama phone wasn't working too good. Give him a second.
Fucking clown, bro. You're a retarded fucking nitwit. Buddy, bro. I think there's a chance. It's like
Jesus Christ.
For the biggest clubs, bro. Yeah, you don't need you do for those fuck.
Get a fucking phone that works.
It's so fucking high. I might unlive you. Fucking retarded fucking. You think you're gonna fucking fight?
Wait, did you just hear what he said? I might unalive you. Isn't that a threat? Am I wrong? But is that not a threat to take my life? Just interesting. Interesting. That sounded like a threat, but because of his Obama phone wasn't working correctly, it could have meant something else. What did you guys hear?
Me, bro? You're gonna fucking go on cunting on me, bro, because I said you can do what the fuck you want to do in your retarded fucking world, and you're gonna go hard at me. You're gonna bring not only me in, but
And then he cut out. So let me move forward a little more, see if... Okay, Phantom is back now. Let's see if Phantom says anything. No, Phantom's being quiet.
hey, powerful fatty, you fat fuck. Hit the link, fat fuck. Jedi, why don't you hit the link? Fucking R2, fucking D2, fucking goofy ass fucking clown. I think I haven't laughed so fucking hard. You're right. I'm a fan of you for sure, bro. Until you go all fucking mental, domestic demon. You go domestic demon with the steak knife, bro. You're a fucking weirdo, bro. And then you say fucking unforgivable shit, bro. You're a sick motherfucker, bro. You need fucking help. You need your medication. Straighten the fuck out, bro. And good luck with your marathon. Fucking orange cones moving around, bro. That's a lot of orange cones for a marathon, bro. A lot of turns, a lot of curves. You better be on your fucking A game because you're in charge of all the fucking marathons in Florida. You're the fucking commissioner of the intergalactical fucking Florida fucking athletic commission. You fucking retarded fuck.
Listen, and I apologize if I'm boring you guys with this, but again, a lot of this has context, which is why I play the whole thing. And I know it can get kind of boring, and I apologize for the slow parts, but this is how I do it. So, but here we go. I'm continuing.
Clown. Put the link, you fucking you took the L down and then you went, you fucking that lightsaber, you fucking, and you took out the MXPC like a fucking Zorro. You're like a fucking Zorro, Luke Skywalker. I'm
just skipping forward, seeing if there's anything else interesting.
Duck sauce going on, bro. And don't pick that up again. This is what I have to say to you, R2D2. But fucking legend, bro. You look the part, you talk the part, you are a fucking legend. You stripes, though, you feel me? You showed me. Jade Cardo trope. Maybe get to see someone shirtless. There you go. But bro.
I'm just skipping through.
I know. You competed fucking height to the will become a bird. Fucking bomb. He's got getting our fucking TP. And then if there happens to be World War III, we have a bunker. Holy shit. fucking connected motherfucker. He's got fish, any pet he has. And he's fucking Rambo. We got one thinking he's fucking a fucking Jedi. And from Star Wars. Well, shout out to Stormy. Stormy brings content. Stormy brings, when you think you're Minka and fucking Stormy, who the fuck you can do? She's got a husband. She's in her fucking sheesh shed. She's in her.
So I'm just skipping through. If nothing else pertinent, I'll stop that here, and then I can talk if you guys want to still talk.
3 wheels. I can fucking draw that. And fucking EJ is just a big round fucking chunky dude, big fatso, fat fuck. Waddles around, gets stuck in a fucking water slide, bro. He gets stuck in a water slide. That's fucking embarrassing. Lucky the water slide support system fucking held up. EJ gets stuck. Because I think they had the biggest bathroom stall. That's what I'm saying. I know when you definitely go into a fucking little cheeseburgers. Link one of you fucking cowards.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Anything you say, I don't.
Oh, wait.
You could fuck. You do.
Hold on, let me back this up. Hold on. We got one more final word coming from Jelly. We have to hear this shit. Here she is.
So, which troll account are you, Jed? You roly-poly fuck. Because you're talking shit about me and I can't see because you haven't blocked. So I had to go into my other account. So they hid my other account.
Okay. So, if she can't see me, how is it I have her blocked? If she can't see me, doesn't that mean she has me blocked? Y'all guys understand what I'm talking about. If you block somebody, you can't see their text. She just said she can't see me. Just putting it out there.
And then I saw you're talking shit about me. Why do you do block? I can't see what you're saying, you roly-poly bastard. This is what kind of coward shit I'm fucking talking about. This is the coward shit that I'm fucking talking about. You're such a fucking pussy ass motherfucker. You know that, Jed? You're a pussy. You're a pussy bitch. You fuck with women. You say shit to women, and you won't get up here with Chad. You want to say you're happy my baby died. You think that shit's funny and cute.
There it is again.
You know, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck, Jed. I don't give a fuck anything you say. I don't respect. You can fucking burn in hell, motherfucker. You can burn. I can fucking send a flaming arrow through your heart and watch you burn to the ground. I don't give a fuck what happens to you. I hope the worst for you. Stop being a coward. Stop being a pussy. We live in the same state. Stop talking shit. That's your thing. You like to talk too much. If you want to do something, you know where the fuck I'm at. And I don't think you want to. So if you're not going to do anything, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to start shutting the fuck up a whole lot more often.
That's a lie.
You know the fucking people are going to come to my door? Shut the fuck up. Period. You got something to say about what race I am? Shut the fuck up or come to my door.
Yeah, you're white. Everybody knows that.
Shut the fuck up or come to my door. You got something to say about my lifestyle? Shut the fuck up or come to my door. You got something to say about anything and you don't like it and you can't fucking handle it to the point where it's gonna break your emotional psyche to deal with it? Shut the fuck up and come to my door. Otherwise, you don't have a problem big enough to bitch about or worry about or lament about that much. If your problem was that big, you would shut the fuck up and come to my door. But obviously it's not that big because none of you pussy ass bitches will shut the fuck up and come to my door. And when you make a problem big enough to find out if I'll shut the fuck up and come to your door, you'll find out if I care enough to shut the fuck up and come to your door. We're not the same. We are not the same. So shut the fuck up or come to my door. Mwah.
That's her war cry. So that's it. That's it. That's all I recorded from yesterday. I got another video. I got other videos, but that I recorded yesterday, but that was what I got from Phantoms. And I do not like recording from other people's channels because I don't want people thinking then that's all I do all day. But I felt like I'm done with this bullshit, and the shit that I was accused of is far beyond reprehensible, and I have a right to defend myself. But over there, I'm very limited in what I can say, how I can say it, and I'm not going to sit there and yell over people. To be quite honest, my voice is too raspy. My chest is too fucking heavy to deal with it. I don't want to. I'd love to have a conversation. I don't mind having a debate as long as someone has control where people can hear what the other person has to say, not yelling over each other. That's just not how I communicate. I'm not comfortable with it. But I'm done with that video. I can take this down. Stop sharing there. And I can actually take this down. Now, let me just say, Katie, do you want to say anything? Do you want to say your side of what you think everything happened? Or do you not want to say anything? You have a choice. You don't have to. I know your foot hurts, babe, so you don't have to if you don't want to. All right. Hold on. I'm going to switch spots with Katie. No? Yes? No? Maybe so. All right. Katie is in a lot of...
If I start, I'm not going to be able to stop, so it's not a good idea.
All right. Katie's in a lot of pain, just in case you didn't know. She has to have surgery on her foot soon, and well, it's already out there, babe. So she's just in a lot of pain. So she's irritated, and Jelly didn't make anything any better with the bullshit she's put this family through. But if you guys want to talk, or if you are talking someplace else, I'll join you wherever you're at. But this is the StreamYard link. If you want to come up here and talk about what you heard, or if you have an opinion on something. But there's a lot I did not know, and this is the truth. I did not know Jelly would turn out to be the worst person I've ever met on the internet. I did not know that. And I was totally fooled. And I have to live with it. I have to live with that. My judgment in her character was bad, to say the least. To say the least. And I had gotten warnings from my wife numerous times because of the way she talked to me.
The fact you wanted to invite her for the holiday.
Yeah, I invited Jelly over for Thanksgiving.
I did not like that at all.
Yeah, Katie did not like that idea at all. You know? Yeah, Katie like she just said, she felt iffy about Jelly coming over here. I invited Jelly over for Thanksgiving last year. And for whatever reason, thank God she didn't show up. But I tried to help her because she was going through, there was a big old fucking a monsoon that happened where she was living at, and the property was messed up and shit happened over there. She had to move out, and she moved someplace else, right? I was trying to find her a place out here to move because there was a spot just down the street on the corner of the block that I was trying to find her. I even gave her the number because it was a 4-bedroom house that was up for rent. And thank God, oh my God, I dodged the bullet with that one. Oh, it was a 3-bedroom house that was going for rent. It's a trailer, and it was on an acre. And I don't know what the rent for it was, but man, I dodged the bullet with that one. God damn, I was so bad at judging her character. And I regret it. I still can't believe she got so angry at me because I went over to Sneaky Links and said hello to Mel. That's all I said was hello. No, I think it was how you doing, Mel? That's what I said. How you doing, Mel? And she couldn't believe I said that. Sure thing. You're more than welcome up. Do you need the link again or do you have it? Well, just in case you need it again, let me go ahead and throw it down. But yeah, it's like I got to admit, she was bitching about like here, let me give you an example. I gave her mods on my channel. Right? I gave her mods on my channel. And all she did was bitch that people were talking about her. Right? I said, "Well, you got mods. If they're talking about you, then just fucking silence them." But she didn't want to silence them because she looked like the bad guy. I told everybody. She's got mods. If she fucking silences you, that's it. Don't mess with her. She knows the rules. Don't talk. I don't give a fuck what they say about me. Just don't talk about the other mods. She got mad that Vacay and that Mel had mods. She got mad. She kept saying that you guys were teaming up against her, and that you were saying sneaky shit. She was always worried about what you guys were saying about her. Always. And I told her they weren't saying anything that I can see as fucking, aggressive towards you. But God damn. And I'm not sorry, but you did worry. It was important for you, Lacey, that you had mods in Mel's stream. I didn't give a fuck about mods, but you felt it was important for you to have mods in Mel's stream. And when she didn't give you mods, you did get mad. You sure the fuck did get mad. That's not. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. That. I back then I did say, well, maybe Mel just is too familiar with you and she feels a certain way and she's looking over you because she feels like you're part of the furniture. She doesn't have to worry about you, and that's called familiarity. And that does affect relationships between people. And I told her that maybe that's what's going on. It's just you're going through familiarity between you two, and she's not seeing the effort you're putting in. I did tell her that, but she took it to such a level. She just wouldn't stop. And then when she flipped over to IOs, I couldn't understand that. When she flipped over to IOs, I just did not understand it. So you're gonna go that route. Now I was talking with JR, and I was talking with Mel. Oh, here comes Mel. Hey there. Welcome to my first stream on this backup channel, Mel.
Hey, that's your
You're my first guest.
Oh, my channel. Oh, that'll really set her off. I guess you'll blow a gasket. She'll be alright. What's going on? Okay, yeah, no, I just want to. I didn't come up at first. I didn't come to argue. That's my disclaimer.
No, there's no arguing. You can disagree with me. You know that. You can disagree with me. It's not about arguing. It's about, hey, get your shit off. That's fine. Right. As long as you're willing to hear my side, that's fine.
Right, and that was the part, Jade. I feel and I do I agree with mostly what you said. Some things that's when I was like, did you Jay? That's how I was like, did you? So that's how I was typing it like that. Like that's how I put the
No, I
confusion.
got that. I got you.
Right. Right. You know my tone, like you know how we've
Yeah,
been on
no,
panels
because that's how I
together. So
imagined it. That's how I
yeah.
imagined it.
Yeah, so it's just that again, like you said before, we've had great exchanges on panels and stuff like that, and just even not just the Man Up the Dogs, even if we did like a regular live or remember when I did like the cookout live and stuff like that or whatever like that. So
Right.
we've had healthy exchanges, and just for the record, I found Soup Cool is pretty funny. I didn't think it was a racial epithet at all. Because again, what do you cool off your soup with your lips? So I can't really take that as like a racial, any type of racial epithet or slur or anything like that. Now, however, you being blacker than me, I was like, hey, that's blasphemy. You can't say that part. But
And mind you, now just so you understand, I had a conversation. I had a conversation with somebody, a friend of mine on YouTube,
right,
about that. And he's part of the sector that I hang out with. That sector is just mostly black. That's where I'm most comfortable with. And of all people, I told him because this individual, he's I think he's a brilliant guy. And then when I told him what I said, he was not pulling punches. And that's what I needed to hear. He said, dude, he just straight up told me, man, how do you think that sister feels? How do you think my black sister feels after you say something the way you said it?
right,
And he asked me questions and he said, do you regret? I told him, yeah, I regretted saying it. But at the time, I was feeling some sort of way,
right.
And he said, what do you regret most? Right? Do you regret saying it or do you regret that it's going to come up? I said, no, the thing that I regret the most is that my friends over here are going to see that and get hurt by what I said. That's how I felt. The friends that I made over there in that sector are going to hear that and feel some sort of way. And I wanted them to understand that that's not how I am all the time. I was emotional. And I can apologize for shit like that. I am not fucking perfect.
Right.
People say and do stupid shit when they're emotional. That's not an excuse in any way, shape, or form, but it's a fact.
Right. And I can definitely understand that. Yeah, because again, in the heat of our exchanges when it wasn't so pleasant, I said some things that weren't as pleasant as well. But just if you can try to help it, just don't in the bag of exchanges during the heated argument. Let's not go to the racial portion of that part. if we can avoid that portion.
You know how bad that looks? As white as I look, and not having a drop of white blood in it.
I think that's why I went on level 1000 with you. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm like, even if we was to stand in the sun, you wouldn't be black and white. Are you kidding me? I was like, oh, this guy's no one. But
the thing is, an exchange like that can happen. And the reason why I did the apology is so that people can see. Apologies are not a bad fucking thing. Especially if it'll solve a problem or fucking de-escalate a situation. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to de-escalate what was going on between you and I.
Right. Well, I want you to understand kind of like the difference, at least the meaning or the significance of an apology from me, at least in my opinion. When you issued the apology to me for saying that statement that you said, for me, that was you recognizing and acknowledging that was an inappropriate statement to make.
It was.
Right, you were remorseful about the comment, so you were apologetic about it. And that's why I accept. Oh, sorry, they're blowing firecrackers over here. And that's why I accepted, your apology. On that, in the same breath, the reason why I got so irritated and upset with you when you apologized to JR and IO, or at least to IO for, I believe, did you said fuck IO? Is that what you said?
Yeah, no, I said fuck IO, but it was taken out of again, this is the thing with me. they played a portion of the video. They didn't play the whole thing because it's taken out of context. But I said, and I'm going to say it again, I said my apology again just to de-escalate it. If that's all if that's what needed to be done, I'll do it. I'll take the loss. I don't give a fuck.
Right, but hear me out, Jay. Hear me out. This is the thing. When you did that, first off, saying fuck IO is not racist. It's not prejudice. It's not chauvinistic. It's not being biased. That was just how you were feeling at the time. It's just like whatever. Like fuck IO was just like whatever to IO, whatever she got going on, whatever she's talking about. Fuck it. That's just, I mean, that's just basically it. What it is. Now, if you'd have said fuck that black bitch IO or fuck IO, she's a black bitch, that would have been another step to a whole different direction. That wasn't going to work. However, at the time, she was being a mean, vindictive, weird stalker, liar, and manipulator. And at the time, and again, just hear me out, Jay. At the time, and this is from my vantage point, at the time, you supported both of us at the time. You, myself, and JR were on several panels together. Rocking and chilling, rocking and rolling. Never had a negative exchange. He's on her team now. All right, cool. Now all of a sudden, I'm all kind of ugly bitches. I'm this, that, and the third. I wear size 15 shoe. I'm a stalker. He never liked me like that. He don't even know who I am. I'm just a stalking, mouse sick puppy that's chasing him around YouTube. So when you, again, you were coming in my chat, you were showing me support. They then, at that time, were calling out subscribers and people in my chat, name by name, specifically calling them out. Oh, y'all sit over there with her. She's delusional. She's crazy. Y'all don't tell her nothing. She's nuts, this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. When all you were trying to be was neutral with both parties because you liked both of us. I got that and I understand that. The problem for me where it came in, when you went over to JR's channel one day, I don't even know which live it was. You went over to his live one day and I was getting word because I don't watch him. And I was getting word that you came up on their panel and they were like, yo, they're like pressing Jed and like interrogating him as to like why he's over there with you, Mel, and why does he sit in your chat? Why is he still supporting you? Yada, yada, yada. I don't know the exact exchange or if you said
I remember. I don't remember the exact exchange, but I, knowing myself the way I do is just that, I'll sit there and I'll take it.
I would just say, I mean, and again, I don't know if you, I was just going to say, I don't know if you said fuck IO exactly on that particular panel or where or when you said it, but for you to even say fuck IO, kind of like giving your nature, and I'm not saying I know you inside and out, like, I've been knowing you over 20 years or nothing, but kind of like your temperament when you were on my panel and the exchanges that we've had, for you to get to that level, I kind of would kind of guesstimate or assume you were kind of like fed up or frustrated at that point for you to like to cuss like that. Because you're really not like to me, I've never really seen you fly off unless you were really like frustrated or at your wits' end with things. But again, like I said, saying fuck IO is not blasphemy. She's not Jesus. It's not in the Bible. It's not against the law. It's not illegal. That's just how you felt at the moment. The part that irritated me when you said you weren't picking sides was when they were pressing you and interrogating you and pressing you about it. You went over there and issued an apology to her. They didn't even apologize to you. They did a whole live about you, Jay.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that until much later.
Yeah, and it called you Santa Claus and was comparing your white beard and said you're an old white man, this and the third, you look like Santa Claus, whatever like that. And I'm like, damn, JR, like, I know she's a rude, classless, crass, bottom of the barrel, below sea level, gut ass bitch. I know she ain't nothing. But damn, you was on panels with Jay. Y'all have had great exchanges. We chopped it up on Mel After Dark, talking relationship questions and marriage and this, that, and the third, and just chopped it up, talk shop. Now all of a sudden you coming at Jay like that on the strength of that bottom of the barrel bitch? That's crazy, boy. So when you issued that apology to me, Jay, it was like you was taking their side. It was like you told me you told me without telling me. That's the side you were taking. For you to say you wasn't taking sides, that's how I took it. Whether that's how you meant it or not,
no, that's not how I meant it. For me, it's just, I'm not trying to placate anyone. I just wanted to
You
I
just
just wanted it to be
you
done
wanted to
with.
like diffuse it or de-escalate it. But see, this is the
Exactly.
thing, right? I hear what you're saying, Jed. But the reason why I got so frustrated, like with you, Jed, because I was like, that's not gonna make her stop because that girl's already she's beyond. This is about Jr. The girl was literally stalking me. She still is. They're still talking about me. You got the dude that snatched all three of my channels. What else do you want from me? They're still over there talking about me. They still go live and still they have troll pages out on me now. 3 new troll pages. They don't. The apology didn't mean shit. That's just the thing I'm just saying. She's not going to stop because when somebody's that hell bent, no lie, she is the black version of Jelly. When somebody's that hell bent on
That's
being
pretty fucking
weird and
bad.
being crazy, and they want their way, and they're gonna hold, and you can't tell them anything, and they believe that they're right in their own delusional world, and you can't tell them no. That narcissistic injury, they have to keep attacking. Now, granted, she doesn't put her name on a lot of things like she used to. She doesn't put her name on a lot of stuff, but the scoundrels that she runs with, they do her dirty work. She approves that work. Why? Because she shares those troll pages on her channels, on her community wall. If she didn't want any parts of it, she wouldn't share that type of stuff. If she wasn't a part of it, she wouldn't share it. But she helps promote it. So that means she's complicit. But see, I don't do immature, dumb behavior like that because I'm not ignorant and I'm well read and I'm eloquent and I'm articulate and I know how to speak. But see, the thing is, it's just weird and odd behavior. So when you apologize, in my head, I was like, does he think that's going to stop anything? Because this girl's already calling my mama. She's calling my sisters. Wellness checks, raids, or what is it? Swatting. All police have been called to my mother's home. My mother's 82 years old. Just like how you feel about your mother, you want to take care of your mother, you love your mother. I'm the same with mine. So police, new NYPD showing up at her door with guns drawn at her with flashlights on her face, it's not gonna work for me.
That it was that particular subject that got me into deep water with another content creator. I'm not mentioning names, you know why.
Mm-hmm.
But that is that particular subject because I said, look, my outlook on that was this. Okay, neither one of you were right about talking about each other's mother, but one mother is dead. There's nothing that can happen to her more. The worst that could possibly happen happened. Is it wrong to talk about them? Yes. But when you're calling someone's living, alive relative and you could possibly stress them out and cause them to have an aneurysm or something, that's different.
God forbid, right.
That is way different.
She showed no regard. My mother's age alone, I wouldn't think to pick up a phone and call an 82-year-old lady to talk about YouTube with her.
But now I find out, and I'm hoping it's not true, but someone sent me a recording of a certain content creator saying that Jelly sent him my mom's address.
I could believe it.
Why?
I can't confirm or deny that, but I could believe it.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, because again, she's just as sinister as that other one. You know, they're both the same sign. And again, I'm not into astrology. I'm nobody's palm reader. I'm not a psychic, but I do believe in behavioral patterns, and they exude the same behavioral patterns. They're both obsessive. They both whine. They're both narcissists. They both have to be right. They're perfectionists. They have an answer for everything. They have an excuse for everything, and they're never wrong.
I can't even with that. I can't even.
They can't. They have to constantly overtalk you. They have to constantly be heard. They have to constantly prove their point. They're right. You're wrong. You don't agree with them, and now it's an all-out war. You know, Jelly told me I started a race war. I said, "Say what?" She said, "You have now started a race war between the sectors." I said, "What? Is all that racist shit, man? McCheese fly out his mouth. I started a race war."
I'm waiting for the Native Americans to start jumping on her shit.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for that. I'm
I'm
halfway tempted. Honestly, I'm halfway tempted to take this shit and bring it to TikTok
to their sector. You need to inform them that she's over here fronting. Because
I'm halfway tempted to do that. I really am. But then, of course, then I'm just feeding into it. The big thing with her is that she needs to be the center of attention, whether it be praise or it be hate.
Right.
To her, it doesn't matter. As long as she's talked about, that's her goal.
Right. And see, the thing is, this is where they're getting misconstrued. Part of it, this is where they're getting misconstrued, and where her and Nayo they get mistaken. You don't like what someone says about you, so that cannot warrant you to start falsely and maliciously striking and mass reporting people's channels to have them taken off of YouTube. She kept hollering, y'all talking about my kids, y'all are saying bad things about my kids, so I'm taking your channels. She struck me for artwork. The very same strike you got, she struck me for. And I warned my subscribers as well. When she comes up on panel, if she has her regular real face, a picture of her real face, she's not gonna strike. When she drops down off panel, changes that avatar picture to that cartoon type image, she's getting ready to strike that channel, or she wants to be prepared to, in case something is said about her that she doesn't like. And
you got to watch what's going on Kyle's Facebook. That's the thing. You have to watch what picture is up on Kyle's Facebook. That's the big thing. And
you said what pictures up on Kyle? I'm sorry, you said what pictures up on Kyle's Facebook?
Yeah, on Kyle's Facebook, because Kyle's the one that's doing the strikes.
Oh, okay.
It's the strikes are coming from Kyle's emails and using it as family.
But do you think he's well versed in like YouTube affairs, or do you think that's?
Oh no, I don't think he is.
I think that's just like logging into his stuff and doing it.
Yeah, that's what I think is happening.
Okay.
You know, and I'm not gonna sit here and say Jelly is stupid, because I'm gonna be honest. She's not stupid. She's vindictive. Right. She's hateful. She's hurtful. And she is taking out what happened to her on everybody else.
Right. They're one and the same. That's why when I see one, I see the other. They do the same thing. One is just Coretta, the other one's a Karen. That's it. The only difference is race. That's it. They're both doing the same thing. They do malicious acts and take things offline. This girl said she's taking people's channels because, again, we're reading information from public sites, public databases, which is public information that can be easily looked up in her state that she has yet to debunk, because you're clicking on the wrong name in the wrong case. I'm supposed to believe that's not you. No, it's not you, because it's not your case. It doesn't even pertain to you. You're not an Andy Rodriguez.
I can drive up, because I know where she lives. I can drive up. I just don't feel like driving 3 hours out of my way. I can drive up to her house right now and have my camera on and take pictures of that entire property and it not be illegal.
Right.
You understand that?
Right.
If I wanted to, I can go up there and take pictures of the entire property or at the place she stays.
Right.
I can take pictures of whatever the fuck I want.
Right. And
post it on my Facebook or post it wherever the fuck I want.
Right.
Now,
and she would, and it wouldn't be illegal, but she would.
No, it wouldn't be illegal.
She would then go and maliciously report any platforms you put that on and try to get your page to shut down.
Yeah, that's what she would try to do. She couldn't get away with it. But here's a part of the problem, especially for those channels that have multiple fucking strikes. If you get that third strike while you're appealing the first two, your channel could still come down.
Right. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And you won't get it back.
Absolutely.
You will not get it back.
Absolutely.
Like that's why I'm here, because that's why I'm here on this channel right now.
Right.
All right, because I love my fucking ElectroJet channel. I've had that shit since 2006.
Right.
And I'll be damned if I let her take it down.
Right. Absolutely.
I'll be damned if I fucking privated or anything. I privated any lives that
she was on. Yeah.
So I went back a few. I privated everything, and then I'm going back one by one.
Right.
And checking to see what she's on and what she's not, and then I'll put that one back.
Now imagine Jed having 3 channels with someone that you were cool with for years and was on your channel countless times. You've promoted their channel and their work countless times
That
on,
feels like a betrayal coming up right there.
right, on several of your videos. And when y'all were cool, it was all good. But when they decided to not be cool with you anymore, turned around and struck you for the same stuff they were okay with.
Let me ask you this, and this is a serious question. At what point, though, and this is a serious question. This is not encouraging beef. This is not me trying to get your side of anything.
This is for educational purposes.
Yeah, but at what point do you have to say, okay, that's enough?
Well,
at some point, someone has to stop.
Well, see, Jed, this is the thing. I never struck his channels, Jed. I never struck her. And I could have. My face was on her thumbnails. My mother's pictures were on her thumbnails. My kid was on her thumbnails. I've never struck their channels. So for them to maliciously take all of mine and I still didn't even do anything, I didn't do enough.
My thing is, here's what I don't get. The one person, this has to do with Jelly, of course.
Mm-hmm.
The one person.
Jed, give me 1 second, okay? I have to mute up real quick.
Sure. The one person that did the most to her, she has done the least to back. She, the people that she has been going at have not.
Give me 1 second, because you can keep on going. I'm coming right back, but I want to chime in on that also.
Sure.
I'll be right back.
No problem. The one person that did the most damage, in my honest opinion, is the one person she does not go at. And I think it's because she might be scared. I think she's scared of IO. Honestly, I really do believe she's scared of IO because IO has such a following and she knows so many people, all right, that she doesn't know what the outcome would be if she dares go that route. All right. She knows I'm not going to go at her. So she's going to say whatever the fuck she wants to say. Now, you come to this house. I'm going to share a story with you guys. All right. And this happened today. All right. Someone pulled up. My gate was open at the time. Someone pulled up, drove into my property, drove around my house. All right. And as they were starting to leave, I didn't know this was happening. I was asleep. I was in a lot of pain, so I was in bed. My brother, who stays on the property, stopped them and said, "What are you doing here?" And they said that their phone was picked up at some fucking speedway and they pinged it and it was here. Ain't nobody been to a speedway. I don't get my gas from speedway, period. Nobody on this property gets their gas from speedway. So no one has a reason to stop at a speedway. Yet my brother said that they showed that there was two guys in the car, two Mexican individuals in the car. They were on a tablet and the address was ping, the ping was coming from my property. Now, if you were me, how would you feel about that? The second I found out about that, my vest went on, my gun went on my side, rifle and shotgun ready to go. You don't come to my property, especially with all the bullshit. Now I have to think about this. I literally have to think about, is this bitch going to send people over here? Because that's going to be stupid. If I was up in time and I met them outside and it wasn't my brother, that could have been really ugly because I am fiercely defensive of those that I love. I will go to jail or I will go to the grave protecting those that I love. And the only one that can attest to that is either my wife, my family, or my brother. Now I have to think, is this bitch sending somebody to my house? Because if she is, That's a game you do not want to play. Now, I'm hoping that's not the case, but I'm glad it wasn't me that went out there to see them, because I have no problem protecting what's mine. Why the fuck would somebody drive onto my property without permission? Unless you're a cop with a reason to be on this property, you don't drive onto something. Not in New Mexico, you don't do that shit. You best stay your ass outside the gate. They're lucky it was my brother that stopped them and not me. But now I got to think about this shit. And I shouldn't have to think about that. I mean, look at what's happened over the past couple of weeks, over the past 3 weeks with you know, 2 YouTubers dying, being unalived. I ain't the fucking one. I don't make money on YouTube like that. And I'm not looking to take someone's life, but I am definitely going to protect me and mine. But this is the level to which it gets to. And I really feel like Jelly doesn't understand. You're going to fuck with the right one at the wrong time.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be bad.
Absolutely. That's not good. And again, she has a false sense of reality.
She's got that white privilege.
That part.
It's that plain and simple. I don't care if she is 1/16th or even 1/8 fucking Native American. She's still fucking white.
She's white. And again, I don't know which. First of all, she lied to everybody. She was Hispanic. She was Mexican. She was black. She was this. She was that. Now she's claiming the Native American side. All right. My thing is, whatever ethnicity you are, that justifies you being a bitch and an asshole to people. I don't get where we're going with this. Like, that's an excuse for the behavior that she's doing.
She's untouchable. She's acting like she's untouchable. That's that white fucking privilege.
And what she's also doing, she's creating. It's under the same account, the same. And you can look at my community posts as well. And these are one of her fake names that she has for the same YouTube account. This is a different name that she has for the same YouTube account. She's switching her names up.
Oh yeah.
And that's what she struck me under a community wall post.
She learned that from Pigeon. Pigeon literally has hundreds of accounts.
Oh, I don't know. Is Pigeon in the boxing section?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pigeon. She learned that from Pigeon, and she swears up and down that she has Pigeon wrapped around her finger. That Pigeon loves her. She's gonna slip up, and Pigeon's gonna go at her too, because that's just how he is. You know, you're gonna say or do something that's not gonna be in favor with him, and he's gonna go at you. But Pigeon is famous for that shit. He literally has hundreds of accounts, and she probably learned that shit off of him.
Well, Ayo does the same thing, so I'm just letting you know. I'm telling you, birds of a feather. I know it's like, oh, you know, you keep bringing her up, but I see the parallels in both of them. I see the similarities in both of them. And again,
I really do think she's afraid of Ayo, because Ayo is the one that created the most havoc, the most and disrupted her household the most.
Absolutely. I don't know if it's more so she's afraid of her. I'm inclined to think, Jen, and I'm not even being funny, I'm inclined to think they're in cahoots with each other, because I find it so funny how her initial intent, her intended target was Ayo to bring her down, because why? She called CPS and the police on her. And now all of a sudden she's picked up 6 new enemies, 6 new ops, and she's taking Cat's channel. I thought Cat was so good to her and nobody could do it. Cat could do no wrong. Now she took Cat. Yeah, now she took Cat channel. She's striking me. She's striking you. I thought you were her brother. I thought she took TY's channels. I thought TY was her brother. I got
to give you the golf clap on that shit. Hold on a second. You know,
Because I'm so confused by it. Like she again, I thought her and Phantom, seemed to be cool, but she was threatening him a little piece of low key, threatening him to strike
oh
his
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
I don't
she
want to
is.
have to do I don't want to have to do it to you, Phantom. She's not doing it in a threatening manner, but it's still a nice nasty manner.
Oh yeah, she's gonna do it. She's so far she's done it to everyone that was close to her. She's
Right.
gonna do it to Phantom
So
too.
so my thing is, you're coming at everybody except the one person that you initially started this crusade about. And again, that was only a month ago. And again, no screenshots are on my community wall. She literally wrote a paragraph about how Ayo called CPS and the police on her. We saw the report.
Let me put a little stipulation. That golf clap was not for TY's channel coming down. That was for the way Melanie manipulated Jelly. That's
Well,
what that golf clap. Don't try to feed that or make that something
well,
different.
if we
Because I know you're gonna say that, Jelly. Anyway.
if we cannot use the word manipulate, she just fell for the banana and tail bite.
Did they-
That's it.
that was
Because
marionette.
when I hear the word, because again they clip everything so like because everybody wants to be like Mel and they want to clip and this that, but see they don't get the premise of why Mel clips certain things and the way in which I do it. I always explain context. So the way I do my lives and the way my clips are set up, when I do my commentary, my clips coincide with what I'm talking about. So you catch the point when I'm talking about it. But what she'll do is she'll go, see, even Jet said Melanie manipulated me. No, manipulation in my mind is I'm having a premeditated agenda to mold your thinking or mold your mind into formulating it into the way in which I want you to think and work out for me. And that's not what I wanted to do with her. I really was just doing it just to get under her skin. And I knew she would react.
Yeah,
I didn't know she was going. Now I didn't know she was going to take his channel down, but I knew she would react. I just wanted to get up on her skin.
No, that's right. And you did. You got right under her skin. And I was telling her that while she was because she was bitching at me. You better tell TY. You better tell TY. And I said, I told her straight up, you're playing right into me. What the fuck is wrong? How do you not see that? She's laughing at you, literally.
No, but that literally was my first time going to TY's channel. And I only went over there because I was still up. I wasn't sleepy. And I believe Phantom ended. And that was before he was doing the Sky Zone and all that stuff. So I was just up. I didn't feel like going live, but I was just up. So everybody was like, we're going to TY channel. I literally just went over there and said, hey. And then the fake cousin was over there, her fake cousin, whoever that is, and was like, Mel, I heard you talking about Jelly. You don't even know me like that. You call me Mel. Who are you? You're a figment of my imagination. Who are you? You're not even camming up. I never heard your voice. You don't know me like that. So again, Jelly, get off your troll account and stop talking. So that's why I kept telling the fake cousin. And then TY.
That's the one thing I can't understand is people get up on troll accounts and talk to themselves.
Right, that's the crazy part. What's popping PTA? Yeah, that is a little bizarre. That's why I said that's very weird. That's how I know people have a lot of mental illnesses on this app because that's crazy. I'm not talking to myself and faking like a whole conversation to myself. That's crazy.
I am gonna say this though. You know, karma is a bitch. Karma's gonna come back and bite her on the ass, and I would love to see it, but I personally don't want to see the kids suffer. But because she's the way she is, the kids will probably end up suffering, and that's a damn shame.
And again, to be honest with you, Jed, if they're not suffering already, look how manipulative and weird and crazy and neurotic she's being on an app full of strangers. I can only imagine how obsessive and compulsive and a perfectionist and emotionally erratic she is in her own household. The girl comes on here screaming for hours. When do you have downtime? Do you sleep?
I am telling you. I mean, why do you think? Like, there's very few videos. Like, you'll see some lives where I talk about this shit, but the videos I put up, I show that I'm outside. I'm having fun. I'm hanging with my daughter. I'm having fun with my wife. You know, I try to put upbeat videos. You know, and
you did your whole birthday live last year. You did your live with your birthday, and you were having a good time. Everything was all good. Again, she wasn't acting erratic and crazy then. I don't know where the switch went off on her. I guess she felt rejected. And again, for me, that whole I'm taking down IO, I need you guys' help. You know, I need y'all to send me screenshots. I need you to send me audio, visual, anything that you guys got. Send it to me. When we didn't run and jump to her beck and call, and again, just because you want to take down IO does not make us instantly friends again. Because guess what? You turned on me for that girl. If you did it once, you'll do it again. Just do your due diligence. Take the.
I really liked when you put her in her place when she said, "Oh, wait, go ahead and take care of my light work," and you were like, "What?"
Yeah, I was like, "What the fuck was that?"
And I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, I'm like, it was a joke. It's not a funny one.
You know, and my thing with that is when I heard her go off on Kat, right? That entire conversation she had with Kat was the same exact conversation she had with me.
Right.
The same exact reasoning, the same exact tone. Only with Kat, she cried. Her voice was cracking with me, but in my honest opinion, she was crying with me. Her voice cracked where you could tell she was crying with Kat. You know, she literally felt betrayed because you don't protect her the way she feels you should protect her.
And I'm not.
That's not the way it works.
No, that's not the way it works at all. And I told her that. I said, now don't get me wrong. I said, we're not going to be cool anymore. And I tried to explain it to her. I thought she understood the assignment. We're never going to be cool again. You turned on me. You broke my trust. The loyalty's not there anymore. However, if you get her channel taken down, I might possibly be cordial with you. And I tried that with her. And again, that's not enough. No, we're not going to be friends. I don't hold snakes in my circle and around me. I can't trust you. There's no need for us to be around each other. I can be cordial to you, but you will never be in my immediate orbit like that, like we were before. Now, look what the sneak work she did. I go back in my Instagram to I wanted to like get a reference of something that she said before. She wiped out her whole conversation that her and I had. So the only thing that's in that IG conversation is my voice clips and my messages. So it looks like I'm talking to myself.
When I put her on block on Instagram and I unfollowed her, all of hers and my conversation got erased, and I don't care, you know, because I don't look back on shit like that. Just like I never played any of yours and mine conversation because it's nobody else's fucking business.
Right.
That's not how she plays, but she swears up and down. She swears up and down she doesn't do that. Yep, that's the first thing she fucking does.
And again, she went on a whole panel tour playing our conversation, and it gets mad when I play. She tells IO I manipulated her into not liking her. I say you didn't like the girl, so I just played a clip that proved my point. You did not like that girl. You were in agreement with me that we did not like her. So don't play dumb now like you don't know what I'm talking about. Now you mad you got outed, and now you want to go and now you want to run on every panel and play all the conversation I've had with you. Okay, you can do that. Nobody can beat my ass. So I don't know what you was doing that for, but okay, that's cool. But then, okay, you know what? Now you want to have a mobile compass. I'm not gonna play the audio for crying. You know, as a woman, that's not right. I'm not gonna play it. You know what? I'll beat you to the punch. I'll play it myself. How about that? Because I cared about somebody. Oh my God, I'm such a horrible person. Okay.
If I'm talking with somebody like you and I are talking right now, right? Mm-hmm. If we're talking and we're talking about conversations we had, all right, that's a different story. Then we both can just like check each other. Like, okay, well, don't you remember saying this? Yeah, well, I remember you saying this. Well, let's pull up the clip. That's a different story when you're talking with the person.
Right.
But when you're online and you're displaying conversations, private conversations, you shouldn't have to be told, oh, this is between you and I.
Right.
Like when I have a conversation with somebody, you don't have to tell me this is between you and I. That's just the way. It's an honor thing with me. Right. And you already know how important for me honor is above all else. One of the most important things to me.
Right. And again, like I said, I wasn't gonna go there with Jelly until she went there with me. And again, this is when she was first becoming a content creator. She hadn't really started her page yet. She was in the process of starting it. She was getting her subscribers up. She didn't go live first. But again, it was given. She wanted to jump in on the action, jump in on the drama, and build her channel up off my back. She has since then went live 2 times? She doesn't even create content. She just has a page so she can run around striking people.
That's basically all she's using her page for right now, is just to strike people.
That's it.
And I have encouraged her so many times to go live,
Right.
and do.
She
she's
creates
had some
music.
ideas.
Right. She does music. She does artwork. There's so many different creative ways she can present content and just do other things. But she
But
wants to run the panels arguing with everybody.
Drama is the biggest attention grabber. That's the
But
thing.
again, I don't get how she's again that. But then that's how you know it's kind of it's mental and it's sick because she's not even profiting off of it. I know why IO does what she does. She has a monetized channel, so beefing and acting a fool for 12 hours gonna get her a nice little piece of YouTube channel. I get that part. But why are you doing this for free? That's crazy. You are spending hours on panel arguing with people, stressing yourself out, screaming to the top of your lungs, looking like a maniac, all hours of the night, striking people, going through hours of footage to see what audio you can strike or what visual you can strike, and then go, aha, I won. No, you look crazy. You did not win. You're losing.
No, I love how these people say, oh, because they yell over you and they scream and their mic's louder, oh, they won. No, that's not how that shit works.
That's not how that works. Logic always wins. Logic always wins over crazy. Logic always wins.
I'm gonna call it here, man. I want to thank you. You're actually, no, I'm not lying. You're the first guest I've had up on this channel. This is Electro Jet, because I think I'm going to be doing my lives over here because I'm not fucking up my other channel. Not until that goddamn 90 days is up. I'll still throw my videos up there, my lighthearted videos, but I think I'm going to do my lives over here from now on until that shit goes down. But thank you.
Just in case, create another backup page. Just in case you want to, not to be frank, if you want to get a little messy one day, you just like, fuck it, it's one of them days, and you want to go electro on somebody, I'll let you your ass. And you just come and just do your messy content on the other channel. That's what I had. You know what I mean? That's what I learned again. Just getting struck a lot and having to respond and fight back. It's built my resilience on these YouTube streets. That's what I said. All these, again, the one person that had law enforcement in a government agency at your household, you are now choosing to leave them because you said they didn't exploit your kids, when in actuality she did. She told everybody how many kids you have, their ages, and your husband and what he does for a living. She described your entire household and called law enforcement and government agencies on you, and that's not a problem. And your child was home your youngest child was home at the time, and that's not a problem for you. But you're snatching everybody else's channels. That's giving me the indication that they're in bed together, or either she wants to get back in her good graces and she feels this is the way to do it. Because when she wanted to get in our good graces, then it was, I'm going to take IO's channels. She must have thought that meant, oh, we're going to be friends again. No, that doesn't mean that. You're still a snake, but you just, be a snake to her, not to me. So she's getting it misconstrued, but again, she did not strike my channel of mentioning what happened with her children, allegedly. She didn't strike my channel for talking about her kids or talking about her family. She struck my channel for artwork.
Yeah, just make sure to spread that word around and let people know. Put a goddamn a blocker up there. What do you call those things? A layover.
A banner.
Not the banner. What's the point?
I forgot what it's called, but a layout or something. I think I forgot what it's called, but
overlay. Yeah,
overlay. There you go. Yeah. I was like,
I want to make sure if she gets up on there, put an overlay, because if the conversation goes
with her with that
way that she doesn't like, she's gonna fucking strike you.
She's gonna strike
using that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I definitely.
Anyway, thank you, Mel, for coming up here. I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
And everyone else, thank you for stopping by and listening. I know that I played the video a long time and y'all sat through a lot of boring stuff, but that's how I do it. Because if I'm going to respond to something, it's going to be a response, and they're going to hear everything on it.
I got you.
That's how I do it. That's just, I rather, so there's no misunderstanding. So that's why I do that. Anyway, God bless everybody. And please be kind to those, not be kind, but please help those that are less fortunate than you. If you can, don't hurt your pockets. Sometimes it's just a shoulder that they need to cry on, or an ear to listen to them, or just maybe give them a hug. Just help somebody out that you can. when you
That's
can.
right.
Anyway, Mel, God bless you. Thank you for being my first guest up on this new channel.
I appreciate it and I enjoyed the conversation.
All right, thank you. Bye, everybody.
All right, good night, everybody.
Now I forgot how to do this. Son of a bitch.